Alright. Also gonna open Discord real quick and then share the stream and then we'll get started. Come to me. Feel alright. Just dance with me all through the night.
Do you like the suck?
There we go. Alright, share the stream and then I'll get started. Hey, Furry Master, good to see ya. Very late stream. Wow, yes, Adam, it's very late for me. It's like 8 p.m. Just in time for the new week, though. Hello, Carino. How you doing? It's 1 a.m. here. Good, good. Nice. Hey, Maru. How you doing, man? Cursed gaming moments await for real. Alright, I'm gonna share the stream now, and then we'll begin. There we go. I got Garuda in my ETA and Calvin in my ETA, so I'm looking forward to it for once. My two mains doing the usual segment. I'm about to actually go do my weeklies and dailies right now if anyone wants to join in. I'm also in a call on Discord if anyone wants to join the server. And then basically join the, what's it called? It's not the backrooms chat, is it? I'm trying to remember, but one of the VC chats, and I'll just drag you in if you want to join the call. Been experimenting with the incarnates because, so news on the video, I've got most of the footage, I just need to get the B-roll basically of me standing in cool capture shots kind of thing, right? And then I gotta record the audio and then I can actually start putting the video together. What's the soundtrack right now? This is from Lies of P, actually. It's Feel. It's one of the best songs from the OST. Also, side 2 of my fashions got approved for community customization in the last primetime stream. Hell yeah, Adam, let's go! Your insanity is being rewarded. but seriously, man, that's cool. That's actually cool. Alright, let's go see what's her name has. Kaya. Kaya Velasco. Oh, we got the Bubonico and the Latum! What's this one? Max ammo on all weapons produced by Sim. Doesn't matter, I got a battery weapon here. To operate a drifter is blocked. Okay. Max energy reduced by Sim. Okay. Inflicts 50. Okay, this doesn't sound impossible. John Stranding. Hey, Arson, how you doing? Chat, love this. Alright, let me see. Oh, it's another Lies of P song. The main menu theme. I gotta go back and actually finish the DLC for that game. Because, like, since the last stream that I did on that, like a few months ago when it first came out, I haven't touched it in the slightest. Not even because I dislike it, I just got sidetracked by other projects and completely forgot about it. God damn, this is insanity. Hey, so I'm good. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, Arson. Thank you. Oh, now this. Okay, I dig this. This looks really good. Really nice. For the arena. Sadly, Cephalon, I'm not interested now. I just want to chill on stream, you know what I mean? Maybe another time, though. The rainbow frame is so retro. Hey, Saltine. KK. Remember touching on his Umbra? Oh, he does? Oh. Alright. I'm actually gonna leave Holvania and go to Teshin first. I actually forgot. I need to buy all the stuff first for the weeklies. And then we'll go do the weeklies. I completely forgot. And that's right, I have a Kuba legislation thing to deal with too. Man, there's a lot that I can do on this stream. Also, just make sure it's, is it going through it? Okay, it is randomizing the songs. I wasn't sure. There we go. Hey, Steve. How you doing, man? I just got Liza P for free from PS Plus, actually. Hell yeah, Carino. Go play it, man. It is, in my opinion... Well, okay, I can't really call it a Souls game anymore. Like, before they did the change where they added the difficulty slider, I would have called it the greatest Souls game. But now it's relegated to a Souls-like in my eyes, sadly. It's still really good, though. Like, a really, really fucking good game. It just fucking sucks that they added an actual difficulty setting to the game instead of letting players find the mechanics to do it for themselves. Like how Elden Ring does it. Because, for those of you who don't know, when it comes to a Souls game, like, people classify as many things. What, in my opinion, classifies a Souls game as a Souls game is where you use the game's weapons and various mechanics to determine how difficult you want the game to be, instead of just going to a screen and toning down enemy health or enemy damage or something. It feels less, like, involved than actually, like, making a build to defeat the game in a certain way does. Hey, Julio, how you doing? Gave me a Zal Riven. Aw, that sucks, Adam. I'm sorry. And then we got, Teshin. That's right, Teshin. The last time I played was like 2 days ago, so I'm slightly off my mojo at the moment. Mainly because I've just been really busy with work. Like, even though the work isn't that long, it's just so obnoxious and annoying that it exhausts me. Mojo Dojo. Alright, Riven Cipher, I'll take that. Do I want this? Eh, fuck it, I'll buy it. Why not? I'll save it in case they decide to add more Umbra mods. So, oh, Teshin's selling the worst forma. I think it's slightly disingenuous to call it the worst forma, because yes, it is objectively the worst, but for all we know, it could end up being really good with the new update, when an old piece drops. Got a melee riven, it's from Meyer? Hell yeah. Alright everybody, we're gonna go do some ETA. Who wants in? I forgot, I gotta buy shit in here too, I think, right? Yeah, this. Oh, I need more. Oh, I need more peelies. I can join? Alright. Worst former for now. Yeah. Do we want to go? Yeah, I guess we can do it public. Who cares? If people got a problem with me playing Limbo in public, then they can leave the match. Hope it's the Elden Ring main theme. Alright, so... Alright, what weapons was it again? Wait. Got one for more? Yeah, I could invite you, Cephalon. Alright, where are you? There you are, Cephalon. Just gonna buy myself from Per 3. Yeah, no worries. Paying public and getting mad at the random squad mate frame choice is a Darwin award. It certainly can be. Man, I wish I had the Felarx, because, like, unironically, the Felarx is slowly becoming one of my favorite guns, and I hate how I can't use it sometimes. But oh well, I got the Arm of God at my side. see what we got. Toxin, gas. Oh, it's an actual gas build that I did. Interesting. Gee, I'm not super late for once. Hey, Emerald Wolfo, how you doing? Ooh. Oh my god, look at that magazine. Look at that magazine. My weapons really confused me. I changed the names of the Trumda and the Sepulchrum around, so now I have a Sepulchrum primary and Trumda secondary. That's really funny. I love just doing that. It's like, it just fucks up your thought process. Latum. Forgot that I was upgrading this. It should be fine. It's radiation heat. I have 73 pus bullets in this 43 round arm cannon. Colossus, there it is. Not going to use this at all, most likely, but let's switch this out. So Escapist I'll keep on, and then where's Molt Reconstruct? There it is. Drop Cataclysmic Continuum for Nexus. Right, that should be pretty good then, I think. And I can't enter Operator, so I'm better off just equipping Vazarin. Reinvite, please. Yeah, 1 second, Cephalon. There you are. I somehow made a health tank Zaku build. I've done that before, Emerald Wolfo. It's not particularly difficult, but I also didn't find it that fun. It is a very, very old build that if you skim the depths of this channel, you will find a build where it was Gloom Saku, and that's what it was centered around. It was awful. Absolutely atrocious build. Let's see. As one for take our enemies and infuse it to Fervon to take damage over time. Okay. Health Tank Zaku sounds stupid. Why Health Tank on Zaku? We can Health Tank on my glorious King Wukong. New Burger Fest. And then what's this one? But take longer to escape. Okay. Non-heavy weapons. Enemies will drop heavy ammo packs and heavy weapons recall time reduced to 5 seconds. Ooh, okay, so Archgab. How the hell did you manage your energy on Gloom Zaku? Beats me, Adam. Should I Rhino or Seva? Rhino is more guaranteed to survive Cephalon, but at the same time, Sevagoth is more fun, in my opinion, so it's more so like whichever one you feel is more interesting. Like, do you want to get through this, or do you want to have fun? Alright, let me see, what's this one? That could be helpful. Okay, I'll take that. Sealed armor. Non-weak point hits. Okay, have over. Oh god, bolstered belligerence, of course. Actually, do that one. Why not? Alright, done with the segment. Hell yeah. They 100 AU syphilis is a pain. OMG, what the fuck? That's fair. Also been messing with Death Bubble Limbo, or I think you called it, Riot Bubble after being glued to max range banish. Yeah, Emerald Wolfo, it's Riot Bubble that I like to use. It's in my opinion one of the more comfy ways to play him, because you basically treat Cataclysm as a projectile, which is basically what it is. You can just kill enemies in a group using the Cataclysm at a distance, effectively. That's why I kind of prefer it as my main way of playing him, because it makes him more comfy and it makes him, I wouldn't say more reliable, but it makes it so that there's less things I have to worry about. You full side or may I join in? Yeah, I can invite you. Let me do that. Just gonna let a random come in, but hey, I like hanging out with my boy Maru. Just gotta wait for you to come in. Logging in the Warframe? Alright. Gonna like this song real quick. I'm gonna check to see if anyone's waiting to join the call. No, it does not look like it. Alright. Forgot how good the Final Fantasy 16 soundtrack is. I've never played Final Fantasy 16, Arson. Because this isn't from Final Fantasy 16. This is Ixion. Or Ixion, I believe. It's a space sim builder. Imagine what's that game called? You're missing out, man, it's so peak. But yeah, this game is imagine Frostpunk, but it takes place in space. That's basically what Ixion is. It's pretty damn good too. And where's Aku? Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, it's really good too. Like if you got like, I think it's like 20 bucks usually to spend on the deluxe / collector's edition, you get the OST for free as well. I'm excited with the new Hero and Wisp skin. They look pretty cool, Saltine. I'm more interested in their lore than anything though. Alright, so we'll just wait for Aku to be ready. It would be night. It is. But yeah, seriously, if you guys got the money, go play Ixion. If you like city builders, it's really good. Like nothing super revolutionary by any means, but the soundtrack and aesthetic are fucking phenomenal in that game. It felt like when playing it, I stepped into Interstellar almost. Hey Andrew, doing pretty good. Waiting for my boys to be ready, and then we're gonna do the Archimedia. The temporal one first, and then we'll do probably EDA after this one too. Just wait for Aku to get his build together. It would be a nightmare to code, but I saw someone suggesting a fix for Frost and nuclear detonation where it just breaks sectors of it, like how Garros 4 breaks in sections. I'm not really sure if that would fit with Frost though, Emerald. It'd be a little weird to have that kind of thing exist. Thankfully in EDA I have Wukong, so I can actually enjoy the game mode. That's funny. Lazel. Funny name. Got my hands on the pistol that came out with Isleweaver. It's very solid secondary. It is really good. Like it's what should we call it? What am I thinking of? I love how it's basically larva as a secondary. It's a neat concept. It's why I really hope that DE starts introducing more weapons that fill mechanical roles instead of just being damage dealers like the Syotin. It would really give more variety to the game. Syotities. Well, I'm gonna go do my weeklies now, so bye. Alright, Adam, see you later, man. Good luck with your weeklies. Alright, I think we might be ready now. Pairs well with Oberon for now because I like just, oh hey, all of you in one spot so I can radiation murder you. Ooh, Mechanicus OC. Yeah, I love Warhammer Mechanicus, a really good game. Which, fun fact, the person who made the OC for Mechanicus also did the OC for Ixion, which is why they sound so similar. So we got Revenant, we got Cephalon with, can't tell if that's Rhino or Sevagoth. So I gotta defend... Oh yeah, we gotta defend Flyer, that's right. Alright, so I'm just gonna chill and shoot whatever tries to get in the bubble. I love that they went fully, hey, you know what, this techno-ambient soundtrack needs a pipe organ. Well, that's what I think I love the most about the soundtrack above all, is that it feels very human. Like, because what I don't think people think about too much when it comes to the musical composition of music is that a lot of different sounds and different instruments can give off certain vibes or represent certain aspects. Like, the pipe organ in particular feels like it represents humanity, in a sense. Because it's a very organic, or a very organic instrument, if that makes sense. It's very real. And then you got synthwave stuff, which, although cool, it sounds really good, it is made using a computer. So when you put those together, it makes like a really nice juxtaposition for the Mechanicus. It feels very intentional. I do think we need more new secondary weapons. Yeah, Furry Master, I agree. Like, I would honestly love a secondary weapon that's actually built around buffing our primary. It's too low to cast, rawr. For real. Crazy. There's Caliban. It is an energy reduction sortie thing. It's a 75% reduced energy max. Same thing with magazine capacity, I believe. Which, funnily enough, the Bubonico doesn't seem to be bothered by. If you guys need heals, just chill by me. Oh, that's why my Trumna has such low ammo. It is arson. I love unusual instruments that can make diverse sounds, like the theremin. Yeah, or theremin. I have dispenser anyways. Nice. We got the Armored Core music. We armored coring. It's just dead. That's so nice. I love that. We got gas. Go full Blue Man group. I mean, that kid's Skeg is a good representation of that. For real. Sound design is so underrated. I honestly think the one thing that makes or breaks any piece of digital media like gaming or film is sound design, like easily. Because it's like, visuals, like art direction does play a massive role in everything. Like I would say it's toe-to-toe with music and sound design. But sound design in particular is something that you can hear that sticks with you forever. Unironically, it's what drew me to Limbo, was the sound effect of stasis. Like, it sounds so alien, like he's using magic. Yeah, Emerald Wolf. But I think that's the whole point, because it's something that's in the New Testament that I explain with his design. Is that his kit is meant to reflect a science so advanced it looks like sorcery kind of thing. Because when you think about Limbo, he's basically using super advanced physics and calculations to do his powers, but his sound effects, or some of his sound effects, and especially his visual design, give off that of a magician. So it's like that paradox when it comes to that kind of science. Probably should drop my on-call. Oh, it didn't work. That's funny. Meanwhile, Warframe at times feels like we are in a music studio. That game is just how we advertise. Yeah. Which is why I do like a lot about Warframe, is that its music is just like... I don't think there's a single sound effect or song in this game where DE themselves have ever missed. Like, everything just sounds so iconic, and I could probably name most of the OSTs if you were to play them for me. Or at least say where they're from, like what expansion they're from, anyway. To math is so potent that he has the mastery of an entire realm that is a midpoint between dust and void, and the rift Limbo is gone. Yeah, literally, he determines everything that goes on here. It's like Doctor Strange's magic, so yeah, this energy exists and all we do is act as a conduit for it to do things. Exactly, Emerald Wolfo. That's what Limbo is, and this is what I like to describe Limbo as. Limbo is the gateway for the rift. He doesn't create it, he's simply the user of it. Or its primary user of the rift. The sounds from this game are amazing. I could name every ability from a sound clip. Same, Arson. At least most of them, anyway. I mean, there's obviously some abilities where, like, if you played them for me because I haven't played the frame very much at all, I'd be like, I don't know where that's from. But I could name a lot of them pretty easily. Oh, he's dead. Also, in sound design, I don't know when it changed, but recently the helmet abilities you put on use some Warframe sound effect now. They've done that's been like that for a while, Emerald. Like, I know that when I first started experimenting with the helmet system, that was a thing, and that was back in like 2023, 2024. Because I didn't get the helmet system until way later than I should have. Which is a little sad, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense, in a way. Ooh, we got some shots. Let's go. So this one is, the Legasite Harvest. Game, please, Tao, thank you. Oh no, it's the toxic thing. Oh god. Okay, so, Arson, thank fuck you're using Revenant right now, not gonna lie. The one time where I'm actually super fucking excited to see Revenant is for this fucking modifier. I hate this toxic modifier. Yeah, it's really obnoxious. Like, this modifier was the reason why I couldn't beat the Archimedia last week, because it was in the survival. Wait, it does? Oh. At least you don't die instantly. Leaves you on 2 HP? Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you for the towel. I think we only have to kill 3 of these Legocytes. Caliban Prime hype, I'm too excited. He looks really good, and I can't wait to buy his Prime Access, because it actually does look pretty cool. Not the full access, just the cosmetic one. The Subzoom status cleanse / immunity on Limbo. Hey, Pero. I've done that before, it's alright, and there's already ways of getting it without needing Subzoom. That's why I tend to run Rapid Resilience most of the time. I love how it's just playing fucking Astel's theme from Elden Ring. Or I'm going to the kitty. Let me cap, I have Iron Skin. Nice. Oh, so that's Limbo. Or not Limbo, Rhino. I was wondering what Cephalon was running, because I couldn't tell from the profile pic. It's so... well, kind of smudged. Not gonna lie. I am losing chromosomes for playing Revenant. Sounds about right. My Voska doing Voska things. Oh, I love this OSC. The Shadow of the Erdtree OSC, on a side note, a little bit back to the thing that we were just talking about with sound design. Shadow of the Erdtree is fucking great in terms of sound design. Visual design, 50-50, I would say. Maybe like 60-40, but the actual sound design is amazing. I hate how this fucking thing is status capped sometimes. Oh, goated 100%. I've been gone when I missed. Not too much, Carino. We're in the middle of the ETA. So far, it's going all right. I have to look into the Bubonico again for a little bit. This thing feels like it should be doing way more damage.
I swear these things are getting smarter.
They are. Each new generation learns from the mistakes of the last. Don't you dare turn that into a mentor speech.
Don't you dare turn that into a mentor speech. That's funny. Yeah, like, when it comes to Elden Ring, though, I even plan to use a lot of the music in the New Testament because I think the DLC music in particular is just fucking amazing. And then there's also Elden Ring Night Rain's music, of which I want to use some of that too, because the music there is also really good. Oh, that's right. This is the modifier where it's the weak point hit thing. I have to hit him in the weak points to do damage. I forgot. You know what? Let me actually drop this down, because I just realized. That's better. There we go. You know, I honestly don't get why people dislike the arch guns these days. At least the Mandanel and the Moslon are pretty good. Oh fuck, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. No, I'm stuck. There we go. Wow. I still need to play Night Rain? That's fair. I don't even know what Elden Ring is about after Night Rain anymore. Like, what do you mean bird furry guy teaching you how to become a jumping orbital? So, Pero, basically the lore of Night Rain is that Night Rain was what the original course of the Elden Ring universe would have been if the Nightfarers hadn't intervened and then allowed the events of Elden Ring to take place. Like, it's basically an alternate universe thing where the events did technically happen, but they got corrected, basically. Hoping for Bloodborne Remaster or PC port. It will never happen, Emerald Wolfo. I'm sorry. It will just never happen. Sony, at least when it comes to that IP, like, I honestly think Sony just hates Bloodborne. Like, there's no other reason why they still haven't released anything yet. Which, on a side note, speaking of arch guns, because I have one out right now, there's actually going to be some bits dedicated to these guys in the video. Oh. Let me get you, Aku. I'm coming to save you! There you go. Alright, get moving. Aku? Aku! Ah, shit. I think he's AFK. I'm just gonna get to extraction. He'll be fine. He'll still be with us when we get to the next area. Rare fashion question was being called. Oh, no worries, Aku. You're good, man. So, Pero, those aren't the Tarnished. Those are the Nightfarers. They're from a different universe. Ooh, Omniforma! But 100% worth it! Yes! Rare fashion question. What are those arm attachments you have on Limbo in the thumbnail? I can find them, lol. Those arm attachments are the Amugi Prime ones from the Chroma Prime Access. Finally, another Omniforma for the Omni King. For real. Finally doing damage. Let's go. I have 4 more Omniformas I need to finally build Omni Limbo. I plan on actually saving as many as I can get, actually, and doing a couple of streams where I do a 69 Omniforma Limbo as a joke. Goes my on call.
Things are getting pretty heavy down here, Kaya.
I know, just hold on. This is the last mission, I swear.
Oh, I hear it. Oh, there we go. Let's go. What's up, Lomo Gay? Hello, Heck. How you doing? Doing some weeklies right now. I'm gonna do, I think, EDA after this one, and then some dailies like what am I thinking of? Like some of my incursions, and then probably the Archon Hunt. Actually, they do gotta get those done. Vasca for the win. GG's. Hell yeah. Let's go, boys. Fuck yeah. Mission complete. Ooh. Another Omniforma. We got 2. We got 2 Omniformas. Let's go. You know what? I'm gonna clip this real quick. Last mission results. I'm just gonna clip this and send it to Seijin, I think, because it's too fucking funny. I'll send that to him after the stream. That's fucking hilarious. 2 Omniformas, man. That is luck. Alright, I am going to exit to the back rooms, and then I'm gonna take a look at EDA. And if you guys still want in, let me know. Holy shit, you have 2 Omniformas. I'm in. Alright. Let me go see what it looks like. I'll do it if you take me again. Hell yeah. Hey Gear, how you doing, buddy? Doing pretty good. We just did ETA and we got 2 Omniformas from it. That is some crazy luck. Oh, I got the Purgator. Woo! What do we got here? Gear cannot be used. Okay. Thank you, Sai. You're welcome, Mario. You're welcome. Then we got mirror defense. Alright. So switch weapons. And also change. What you doing right now? We're about to do EDA right now. Spell them. Why not? Get up to there. There we go. Got a slot open. Yeah, we do, Gear. Just gonna finish grabbing my weapons first, and I'm gonna invite everyone else, including you. Where's the Galvacore? It says I have it. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. I gotta claim it. It's in the... I forgot that I built the Galvacord and it's in my foundry. That's why it's telling me I have it. There it is. Of course I have to buy a slot. Alright, now we can go down. Invite everybody. There he is. Shouldn't show as a weapon you have if it's in your foundry. Yeah, that's weird. For some reason it was. Oh. Oh, now it's the Argo and Vel. That's really strange. Okay, I'm not gonna complain. I'll take the Argo and Vel any day. Where is it? Your melee reset? Yeah. Forgot that I built this thing. I still don't have any mods in it, I don't think, right? Yeah, why not? Let's throw a potato in there. Scenic train. Shoots a glaive that ricochets once. Ooh, okay. That sounds pretty cool. Give it some melee. Where's Vortex? Vortex. There it is. It's a way to re-roll your loadouts. You didn't own, you reset the recommended weapons in that category. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Where's magnetic? There it is, magnetic rush. Just throw all these on here, see what happens. Hey Nick, how you doing? It's a pretty dumb shield throw weapon. Yeah, I'm looking at this right now, the Argo and Vel, because I forgot I had this and it's one of the weapons for this week. Oh, I could do. I'm considering. I'll look into it later, Arson. I'm just throwing things on for now, just to see how it feels. Alright, I am already ready. So I'll just wait for you guys. Oh, think about it now, this gives me time to actually do that. Exactly what you just said. I'm trying to decide if I want to have this or this. It doesn't need crazy amount of attack speed, I don't think. There we go. Bro, you have Jade complete free. Nah, we have what's it called, defense in this EDA, so I want to use Limbo for that because he'll get us through it pretty easily. Maybe for Argo mod configuration. Okay. Ooh. Alright. Of course, melee influence is on there. Also, let me just make sure this is good. Saturation. Maybe, actually, you know what? Maybe I'll put on. Where's the mod? Maybe this one? Or maybe this one? There we go. Give us some radiation damage. Because I'm here using Wukong. Goes nutty with Mirage since all her clones proc it too. Oh, and all her clones also throw a glaive? Of course. Alright, let us begin. Oh, wait, let me see what these are. Amphoras, but they are the only units that... Oh! Okay, this is actually a neat modifier. Not gonna lie. That is really cool. And health slowly regenerates. Oh, and this is the Luminous one. This one is going to be annoying. This one sounds easy as hell. And then this one also sounds annoying. But hey. Influence go Burr though. Kind of surprising. Not common knowledge to use Medic Rush for your influence build on some attack and log. May not want it. Okay, I have a Lich system, regular system like Protea. Or is it the last week's ETA with Survival Solve for Exterminate and ETA 2? I'm not sure. It might have been, because I know that, I think there was a bug, I think. I could be wrong. At least the Luminous Extermination, for real. Like, if the Luminous were in, what's it called? The defense, that would be tricky. Not gonna lie. But yeah, the first round sounds, like, annoying, but not impossible. The second round sounds easy as fuck, so long as we're patient. And then the final round just sounds annoying. Where are the enemies? Wow, that thing is doing no damage. At least I'm allowed an operator. Please hit the fucking Jade Light. I can't hit shit. Oh well. Oh, that's a lot of Exodus units. I'll let my cat do most of the work, I think. forgot that you can block with this thing. Hmm. God, getting out of some weird ass cold came with a headache. Aww. The throne disc has some funky damage shenanigans. I wonder if it interacts with Rift Torrent. I would imagine it would. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll definitely check it out though, now that I know it actually throws a glaive for its heavy attack. Because that could be really funny. So how does this work? Oh! Okay. Okay, obviously doesn't hit them through the rift. Go to the next one. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the pressure to go up. I'm gonna hit the next one. So far, Chroma, Jade, Garuda, and Mirage have funny damage with Orgoville. I believe it's only frames and base damage increases. I would imagine. I like how pretty it looks. Let me hit the next one. That's not the right one. Most will take it so I can kill things like this. I wish I could hit these guys properly sometimes. We got the gas. Oh, can I not use? Oh, I can't use gear. Okay, I didn't realize that. Oh, hey, Volca. Missed that by a country mile. I don't know how the rift is coded, but I wish you could use life support or hack while inside the rift. I would imagine it's like made to be non-interactable in that way for most things. There are some things you can interact through the rift with, which is really funny. But I would imagine it's to prevent him from being too overpowered, because he can just stay inside the rift and never have to leave, kind of thing. But it's something I would want to, if they were to change things. You just use operator for that. That's true, but there are some problems that the operator has that the Warframe doesn't. For example, hacking time is diminished, which in events like this where you can't use your quick hacks can be a problem. It's not the biggest of problems, but there are some issues, especially since the operator can't kill things that are in the rift. Or hack things that are in the rift, so if they wanted to, like, say, hack a certain thing, like a certain enemy, right, they can't do it. And then there goes my cat. Fucking love that. So I find it stupid that the operator just can't do anything with the rift. I would want them to, though, Arson. That's the craziest part. Like, I think they could do a lot if they were able to hit through planes. Honestly, if they just made it so that void damage can bypass planes, I think that would be a neat little fix. Because that means at least you can kill rifted enemies with the operator if necessary. I mean, heck, it would get people to want to use their amps more, possibly. I'll say after the things. No worries, Cephalon. I'll take care of them. Voska moment. But then everything could bypass roof with Zana's Whisper. Well, maybe make it amp specific. That could also work. But even then, Zana's Whisper is still a sub-zoom too, which is important to remember. Like, you would have to intentionally sub-zoom to be able to hit things across planes. It would only be the actual damage itself. It wouldn't count for things like the heat damage or physical damage on the weapon. Just saying, it could be a neat fix. Getting this one. No, I want to go to the next mission. I say that enemies in the rift should take void damage. Yeah, I've thought about that too. Like, have a void damage tick that scales with maybe, like, enemy health or something. Not make it crazy overpowered. It'd be like, say, 1% per second, so it'd still take like 100 seconds for it to kill anything, but it could be a really neat change. Protea is so peak. Protea is good. Fucking love the Purgator. We love Acuity bullshit. Today's good, but she's no Wukong. Yeah, she is very solid, but I also kind of feel like people make her a little too overrated for what she does. Like, not in a bad way, but more along the lines of I could think of a few other frames I would want in my squad than Protea. At least personally. Arson, can your monkey rerun time with himself? Do your monkey have a turret? Didn't think so. Well, I mean, technically he does have a turret in the form of the clone. So he's not that far off. God damn that damage. Can you stop moving? Hey, guys with a big stick didn't think so. I forgot that Cephalon's using Dante. Well, Protea, I just wish people would cover more stuff about her instead of the billionth temporal artillery and nourish builds. Well, sadly, those builds don't sell, so... Honestly, the way I like to put Protea, think about it now, I like to put her as the frame that sold the world. Because, like, people keep calling her one of the greatest frames of all time, and, like, I'm like, she's alright. What she does is alright. Snake. I love how Gear understood that reference so easily. That's fucking great. This is making me want to replay Armored Core again. I like Protea if she wasn't a shield-based survivability. That's fair. I think my problem with Protea personally is that she feels too basic. Like, she gives shields, she can slash enemies a little bit with her one and all that stuff. She gives some ammo and health orbs, which aren't hard to come by these days. Her turret's pretty cool, I'll give them that. And then the 4, like, the 4, don't get me wrong, I like the 4. I like its concept, but I still find it kind of basic. Yes, Emerald, they do. Because they're kind of as an ability. Like the concept of her 4, not her execution. Not even that, Julio. I think the execution is like the best way they could have done it personally, because I can't really think of any other way they would have done it. I just feel like even with all that, it still feels kind of mid. Not even mid as in bad, just mid as in like it does what it says kind of thing, right? Well, yeah, Julia, you're fine to post whatever you want in the server. No rules against that sort of thing. So long as it isn't like pornographic or anything like that by any means, because we're pretty strict about that kind of stuff. Hello, Shimo. How you doing? We're right now doing some Archimedia. What's that? Wow. Won't stop moving. There we go. And I forgot how great the Purgator is. So I can post my time manipulator R34 there. Lame. Yeah, no, you can't, sadly. You could DM it to me privately if it's something that breaks the TOS of the server, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna like or watch what it is, whatever you send. But generally, when it comes to the rules of the server, we're pretty strict. Like, we're not against you sending us things that are against the rules, like to us personally. We just don't want you sending that in a public space, basically. Because we are pretty strict about that sort of thing. We've had that crackdown a few times in the server about people doing that kind of stuff. Like, even very recently, we cracked down on somebody who was a repeat offender. Not of the same thing, it's a completely different story. But it's one of those things where, like, we kind of take the rules of the server and the safety of our people in the server kind of seriously, and their well-being. Decent, but only got banned on Warframe? Really? Why? How'd you get banned? Because if it's for something that you didn't do, I would call up DE and ask them to ban you and show why. Again, I don't know. Well, it has to have been for something. You could at least ask them what it is. Like, message them. I can send you my support. If you want to, sure. Something like that is free to send in the Discord, by the way, if necessary. Like, if it's an unjust ban, obviously. Like, we won't kick you out if you've gotten banned from the game or anything like that by any means. But, on Discord, right? Yeah, Shimo. And then we'll take a look at it when we get the chance. That went pretty decently. So I can't send my Secret Third Equinox form where she naked you with all abilities. Sadly, Maru, no. If it's happening out of nowhere multiple times, I think it's fair for them to tell you the reason, or at least when they suspect it might be. Yeah, Julio, that's one of the things I don't like that companies do when they don't explain the reasons why you've been banned. This was my first time. God damn, that's nice. I just love how for the Murmur D went, why don't we just give enemies bags of health? good song. Not gonna bother with that enemy. At least the weak points of Murmur are easy to hit. Yeah, I don't mind that at all, to be honest. I've talked about this on stream before, but I think genuinely the Murmur are the best faction DE have ever designed. Like, they're just a really well thought out faction. Which is depressing because the two newest ones we got, the Tekra and the Skaldra, they're not bad by any means, but they don't hit the highs that the Murmur did. That's the EDA done. That went well. I don't mind Corpus that much other than dealing with Nullies. Sometimes it feels like you're fighting stormtroopers with lots of robots. That's fair. They have no heads. I guess Arsene, but they have enough weak points where it doesn't really matter. There are some enemies where they can be pretty obnoxious to fight, but even then we do so much damage that it's not that big of a deal. Oh, hey, Crescendo. GG's, boys. Got a pretty decent haul. Anyone find it weird how Dedicants appear out of the ass on Skaldra missions, but Bao Bao is only during Hellstorm or rare spawns on other missions? I don't know, but it feels weird. Well, Julio, it's because of the way the factions are. Like, Dedicants are only going to appear in mostly Skaldra factions, whereas Bao Baos will appear in mostly Tekrot faction missions. That was a blast. The weak points are alright, but they don't keep up deadhead stacks, which really ruins it for me. No, they should, Arsene. I'm pretty sure they do. Switch off of this thing, because, no offense, the more I use the Occucore lately, the more I realize that it's actually pretty overrated. And not as good as I remember it being. Torxicas, on the other hand, now these things are fire. That's the thing, though. Babaos only appear during Hellscrub or rare spawns and other Tekra missions, while Dedicants are almost always present. Well, yeah, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. At least in my head, it does. Hydralisk capture mission in Nightwave. Ooh. Yeah, maybe another time. Alright, let me take a look at what do I have for my incursions. Ooh. Let's go do it. Who's this rando that we got? Oh, Wukong. Okay. Ooh, we got a founder! There's a founder with us, look! That's awesome! I actually have slight tears in my eyes. This is beautiful. Whoa, Wukong? Yup, he's a founder and he's a Wukong. We're a Pokemon spawn. Miguel Garcia. Huh. Interesting name. Forgot that I have really high parkour velocity on this build. There we go. Being a founder and using Wukong is too much peak for one person.
Success. The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations.
Oh, he's already flying to the extraction. Of course he is. One of the slight things I do dislike about having high parkour velocity, it tends to make me do this all the time. Cool profile picture, I guess. What are the odds heat / ether / dark weapons will get a prime? I doubt it, Cephalon. I wonder if they just want to keep things as they currently are. With those weapons, where like they're unique variants, but they don't have a prime. Alright, gotta go. Alright, Maru, have a good one, man. Alright, let's take a look at the next one. What do we got? Excavation. Alright, first I need to switch my operator back. And then we're gonna reduce range again, I think. I want a prime whip weapon. That'd be nice. That would be really nice. Actually, you know what? Because we're here, and I feel like it. Let's actually put an Omniform into this limbo. Let me see. What do I want for the last one? I guess I could do this. Where's Eruption? There it is. It's insane how long we have been waiting for it. Wait, what the fuck? We don't have a Prime Whip? That's wild. We certainly will once Araxia gets Prime. That's true, Julio. Just gotta wait 4 years. Alright, let us do excavation. Oh yeah, it's another limbo. Neat. Nice to see a limbo in the wild. enemies can come from this way, right? Nope. Alright, I get to just chill here. Praying mantis melee. That'd be pretty cool. Although those are technically Tonfas, I believe. I get to just chill here. Oh, the dude's playing Aqua Blades Limbo. Good god. That's like one of the worst fucking ways to play him, my god. Wow. It's not Thermal Thunder Limbo. I've used that before over his forward. I'd much rather use that. Like, Aqua Blades is such a shit ability. It's not even funny. Your reaction to Aqua Blades Limbo is my reaction to Temporal Artillery Prote. That guy disgraces Limbo with that build, goddamn. And I still did the most damage out of everybody. Temporal Artillery Arson is the augment where I think when you reverse time, like use the temporal thing, it resets the duration of the two, I believe, right? Or something like that. I know that the artillery sticks to you as well. It's something like that. Sit by her shoulder while temporal anchor is active. Oh, it's that one. So it works like that. Okay. I'm actually gonna skip this one. Got Sevagoth. Interesting. Where do I want to go for this? Where do I want to put Cataclysm? Limited to 20x combo. Limited by line of sight, limited by range. But every goddamn video guide loves to treat it like the greatest thing in the world. True, true. I feel that. Yeah. This sounds like such a shitty, not shitty augment, but it sounds very overused. Like, the only way to play or the lazy way to play reigns supreme again. Yeah, it's like... I don't even know why people would want to play the laziest way. Like, not in the sense of, oh, the laziest way is the worst way to play, but it's kind of like, do people not have, like, an imagination and want to actually experiment with their stuff? It's like, this is what I never understood about those kinds of builds and videos. It's like the equivalent of buying a Ferrari and only using it to go 40 miles an hour. Like, you could be doing so much more with it, yet you don't. Oh, wow, my signal is ass. Because this guy is skipping. I'm still begging DE to add a Defy augment for Wukong. Makes me sad that I can't run 4 augments basic at Wukong. That's fair. I want them to add a Limbo augment for Stasis myself, so I feel you there. They are mine now. We're mine. Hey, Sai, I watch both guys. I understand for the most part, but a bit confused on how to play with teammates without being new since I can work flying. So James, 2 things. 1, stay low range, Limbo. Like, the less coverage of the rift you have, the better your teammates are going to be, basically. And second, rarely use Rift Surge. Like, try not to use it too often, if you can help it. Because, Rift Surge is like the anchor rate for the rifted enemies. So, if you don't use Rift Surge and let enemies leave naturally, either by Cataclysm closing or just holding your 1, then enemies won't be in the rift as often when they need to be out of it for allies to shoot them. It just requires a lot of muscle memory, really, to get used to it. It's how I'm able to play pretty consistently with squads now. Basically, only use the rift when it becomes necessary, would be the best way of putting it. Or rather, Rift Surge when it becomes necessary. Like how I just use it there with Banish. Like, only use it if you have Banish out, basically. Like, don't use it with Cataclysm out, because otherwise it can cause problems. What kind of augment would it be? Honestly, Shimo, I would want an augment for Stasis that makes it so that per enemy affected by Stasis, Limbo gets increased parkour velocity and fire rate. It'd be a really, really funny augment, and it could be that power strength increases the duration of, or power strength increases the amount that you get per enemy, kind of similar to Rift Torrent, but it would also convert Stasis into a channeled power. That way I can have it as like a band-aid. Not exactly a band-aid, but an alternative, that way I don't have to keep worrying about Stasis dying. I only use Limbo for mobile defense, and I can only do Seal Path and Revenant. Spot the difference between the 2 arguments. If they add a Stasis augment, it should change Stasis to freeze projectiles and Stasis durations like it used to. I guess so. I feel like fire rate might be a bit too much. Nah, Arson, I think it'd be really neat if they did that. It'd be very niche, because remember, it would be per enemy in the rift. So you would have to basically have complete control to make it work at its most. Mirror's Edge Limbo? Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I think like parkour velocity or some utility stat would be really cool for him if they did that. And you mainly use 4 and 2. So Yes, kind of, James. Like, you want to keep his whole kit. Like, you don't want to subsume anything, at least in my opinion. It basically working like this. Play Riot Bubble, and play like that when playing Limbo in squads. And you're also, because enemies will take the heat off of you, you can leave more often, so you don't have to rely on your powers too much to do things in missions, depending on the situation. And then only use Rift Surge if Cataclysm is either far away from you or is not on the field. Because then it reduces the chances of enemies getting banished as it's closing when you're away from it. Like, it doesn't matter when you're in solo, but in squads it can be a hassle, so it's better to just use Rift Surge if you use the Banish on them first. That, or you could go a Banish Surge build, but subsume Cataclysm off, basically. That way, it doesn't become a nuisance in squads. Do you like on a weapon and then the augment? Well, then don't use the augment arson. That's how it can work. You could either, it's not meant to be a straight upgrade. It's meant to be an augment that you use if you want to use it for that kind of thing. Have you tried Rumbled Atlas? Nah, Cephalon, I don't have Atlas. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, James. But making it a channel would be so helpful. Well, yeah, Arson, but it's not mandatory for him. Like, it just makes it so that you have to, like, keep an eye on it every so often if you build for enough duration like I do. Otherwise, it's like, it'd be a nice upgrade, but it's not a mandatory one. It would just be like a quality of life upgrade, and for the most part. Let me see. What do I have on here? All these. Okay. Alright, let's go into... Oh, wait. Let me switch builds again. Actually, no, we'll do the same one here. Yeah, this is the high duration, low strength build. Or moderate strength, rather. Where are the shield recharge delay mods? There they are. And then where's the other one I need? Fast deflection, there it is. Aerodynamic, and then what we're gonna do for our companion is actually bust up the worm for this configuration. Because the worm, for those of you who don't know, is a surprisingly good companion. It does a funny in that is 1 now breaks stealth from companions, but it's 4 with the augment, which also scales off landslide fist, doesn't break stealth. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I'm gonna drop this mod actually. Astral Bond. I'm actually gonna drop that too. I'm not really using it for damage, so there's no point in putting that mod on. Put that on actually. Cover Bond, Reinforce Bond. Ow. Then we'll put on Redirection. Oh. And then I do need this, that's the problem. Where do I put this? Do I have to forma you again? Worm is a good companion, but it feels bad not having it either my mecha set or crit. That's fair, Arson. Hey, PP, how you doing? Gonna head out for the night. See you, Cephalon. Are all your loadouts just limbos with different configs? Pretty much, B. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that name. But, it's limbos with different configs and then some other warframes that I like to enjoy from time to time. Lavos is on there. Sevagoth is on there. Both of my Sevagoths. Well, technically 3 Sevagoths, but that's a whole story. And then, Jade's in there as well. And then I'm trying to think of who else was in there. Man, I'll have to go looking again. Oh, you're right, I do. Oh. Yeah, I was looking at it with this on, you're right. Alright, there we go. We got the room. Alright, let's go do some funny duration things. And then who is this? Citrine, alright. Kinda based. I think I recognize this guy. I've seen this guy around before. My problem with Limbo is that stasis either feels like it lasts too little, or I forget to recast. I mean, that's fair, Arson. Like, at least for me, it's like muscle memory, so I'm used to it. Been playing some Limbo for Lua Spy. I can see why I don't meet any player in pub squads there. Yeah. Limbo is very, very good for Lua Spy. Why is the ship exploding? That's weird. Argue that Wukong is better for Lua Spy. You are streaming? Hey, Cosmic! Oh, there you are! I was gonna say! I recognized you! That is so funny. I was like, I recognize this person. I forgot that you watch my streams. What's the purpose of the console on the side of the ones in mobile defense? I don't know. How you doing, Cosmic? This ship exploding timed with the OSC, not gonna lie. Lewis White feels so damn jank cool and concept just jank. Oh, for the vents, right? Yeah. I love Lewis Spy though. One of the last cool tile sets that we got in a while. Hello. Oh. Almost died there. That's so fucking funny. Side, do you like Garuda? I do. I think she's pretty good. Not like a favorite of mine, but I do like her. Also, how are you doing, Cirrus? By the way, I have curiosity, Cirrus, because I haven't seen him around for a bit. How's Gamble been? Like, I haven't seen him stream. It feels nice to execute. And they... Okay. Oh, I haven't seen him stream either? Yeah, I've been curious, because I've been trying to talk to him for a little bit lately, and he hasn't been picking up my messages. Hope he's doing okay. Kinda weird, it almost feels like whenever I have friends around, it's like one friend goes away for a while and then another one comes back sometime later. dimensional rift has been opened. Wow, I can't hit the camera. That's funny. Yeah, hopefully he's well.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Still working on it. Continue to
Give me that gas. Dang. I tried the companion nuking with the Vasca sets and whatnot. Honestly, I prefer just using my Panzer. Yeah, I'm more of a Vasca guy myself. I really like what the Vasca can do. Yo, Dad, how you doing, man? Hope your stream went. You. Oh my God, I can't talk. I hope your stream went well earlier today. Like 1 minute, I'm trying to shoot someone in the face with a Felix. The next, I'm like, Dad, it's dead. Yeah, how you been, dude? It's 4 a.m. and I'm opened my eyes like I got hit by a bat. Oh God, why? Is it because of the chemotherapy stuff or something else? Hunter's Dream theme. Let's go. Fucking fire OST Bloodborne has. I'm an energy addict, so the Panzer proc needs to deconstruct so reliably for equilibrium, just makes it hard for me to switch off it. He's Ted's laughing. Oh. Alright, are we? Okay, since we're here, I'm gonna go solo actually, and I am going to kill my boy in Railjack. Although, actually, wait. Need the higher range setup. Switch over. There we go. That's better. And then where is he? Oh yeah, he's here. All right, Kuva Lich. Like, I actually prefer Jariga, but since it can't use Resource Retriever, I just use Panzer. That's fair, Cirrus. Woke up because there is a 140 goddamn degrees out here. Oh God. Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot. You guys don't have AC over in Spain, do ya? Literal Spain without the S. Well, I hope you can go back to sleep at some point, man. That sounds awful. It is kind of funny, though, at least in my case, because I remember living in Arizona, like, years ago, and it would sometimes get up to, like, was it like 135 degrees? Like, it got fucking hot over there. Make use of Rithora on enemies you personally banished. Yeah, James, that's how I typically go about it in multiplayer. Like, if I'm playing solo, it doesn't matter. But in multiplayer, it's like, with Limbo, you have to be disciplined with him. Like, you can't just go all willy-nilly. Which is one of the things I really like about him, because it teaches you to be disciplined, but at the same time, I can see why people hate it. Frame rate drop. We have it, but you have to pay a lot extra. Doesn't come default with your apartment. Ah, I see. Understandable, man. I don't blame you. I was recently on Warframe after a long while and looked into the hex messages. All I'm gonna say is that talking to Arthur about frames is kind of funny. Yeah. The Hex was really cool, not gonna lie. I liked what they did with the computer system. Helped people learn more about the lore of this game, and for those who already know about it, made them feel special because they would get the right conversations. Oh, wait. I gotta... Yep, can't play that, I forgot. For some reason, someone fucking copyrighted Noosphere, and it wasn't the original development team. So I gotta pray that the stream hasn't been copyrighted. I keep forgetting to remove it. Opinion on a certain type of weapon is like... Oh yeah, the incarnate weapons conversation. Yeah. That shit was fucking hilarious. I like limbo concepts since I love caster frames, but I just like very simple frames, I suppose, so I'm never really able to get into him even if he's in a basic frame. And that's fine, Sirius. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's the beauty of this game, with it being a sandbox. Something exists for every player, and if you don't like something, that's fine. Something else exists to help fill that void. That's why I'm still here. And why I intend to stay, at least until the game dies. Nope, nope, your guns eat people, Quincy, yup. I forgot Railjack exists outside of Liches. And it's honestly quite fun. Like, I'm so upset that there isn't a Steel Path version of Railjack. Although, to be fair, the modifiers are much higher here. So at least if you go into the really high missions, it actually does feel like Steel Path, so I guess it's not too bad. But it's like, it's still frustrating at the end of the day. Oh god, I can't see these enemies at all. Alright, where is a cruise ship? There it is. Fucking hit me like a truck, had me rolling for a good while. I could see that. Quincy's hilarious. Sorry if I'm going on and on about the same thing, but I just found it. Nah, it's fine, PP. That's fine. You're good. So maybe people will come back to the game if we get one. Yeah. Or I really hope we get an end the game one day. Well, that's the thing, Cirrus. It's hard to give a game like Warframe a true end game because it's like... Because here's how I look at it, right? And this is why I kind of disagree with people saying that the game needs an endgame. Warframe is a constantly evolving game, so I think the only time we would get an endgame is if it was the last update the game sees, kind of thing. Because there won't be a true endgame ever, in a sense. What I think people mean by endgame is that you don't want an endgame, you want a piece of content you can constantly replay and not get tired of it. Which is fair, but like eventually everybody gets tired of something, even if it's something really well designed. I'm gonna bounce and try to get us sleep again. Have a great stream, everyone. See you, Dead. Have a good night, buddy. See you in the morning, dude. Yes, and I really messed that. God, I don't even remember how long ago that was. A vacuum of space being a hazard missions when you shatter glass windows and ships. Oh, that sounds awesome. That would have been really cool to have kept. Love the corpuscle set work, but man, shattering windows is so funny. They should bring that back, honestly. That sounds cool. True, I mean, fair, B, but I'd much rather apply that as a thing for missions themselves. Like, imagine if you could introduce special modifiers to missions to give them more replay value. And maybe even add, like, different ways the Talisis generate to have special rooms for special loot and stuff like that, like you mentioned. Like, maybe even have Steel Essence be one of the things you can find. I don't know. It's like it's really hard to give something like Warframe a true endgame, at least in my opinion. I move too fast. There we go. Debunk the thing with raids about the nostalgia aspect. Probably. Yeah, I just think it's really hard to give something like this a true endgame, at least in that sense. And then it also comes to the other problem. I think one of the reasons why DE doesn't do that is because they don't want to create pieces of content that will intentionally eventually go unused, or people will stop playing. Because, like, yes, everybody stops playing a piece of content, but I think it's different when you make a piece of content that almost nobody will play by design in a game like this that needs to make money. Not to be rude or anything like that. That's just how I look at it with that whole situation. Because there's the other part, too, when you think about it. Yes, it could be growing a little bit, but the people that actually want that content is like such a small percentage that I don't think DE would introduce it unless enough people wanted it. And I think for them that might be like 10 to 20% of the whole player base. Whereas right now, it'd be like, with the current content, like with people that want that kind of content, including myself, it's like a percent of a percent of a percent, most likely. Alright, so I got my Kuva Cortac. If I get bored of Warframe, I just quit since I know that I can come back where there will always be more stuff too. And that's probably a good thing, honestly, Cirrus. Because it means that you're not always spending time in this game. The only reason I'm still here is because he's still here, and I like playing the game because he's here. And I never get bored because I always find a new thing to do. But then again, that's me. I can't speak for everybody on that. Take that. Where's the Cortac? I've been playing a lot more with the Cortac recently, and I forgot how good of a gun it was. I feel like we're forever trapped in the Warframe has no endgame. Yes, it does, but don't like the endgame for XY reasons. Repeat. Yeah, kind of, Julio. Like, technically the current endgame are the EDA and ETAs, and people don't like that for one reason or another. Which again, I don't blame people. It's personal preference kind of thing. People like different things, and that's okay. They're a company at the end of the day, it only makes sense. Yeah, exactly, PP. I remember one time when Rev was on stream and she asked chat what mission they disliked. I wonder what they said. I guess a lot of people just see Warframe as a collection simulator anyways. I mean, even people who do level cap like Cascade, super small amount of the community game is niche. Yeah, serious, and that's my whole point. Like, do I think Warframe should have an endgame at some point? I do think so, yeah. Like, it would be nice to give it a true endgame piece of content, which is what my idea is when I was talking about Warframe's mission design were about. To give it more replay value. The problem is that I and other players like myself are such a small percentage of the community that I don't think DE would want to make content for such a small part of the player base. And that's basically how I look at that. At the drop of a hat, the early hero farm defection, not just because, haha, Rot C sucks. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see why defection's hated, though. Like, even I don't really like defection that much. Red did a punch personal streams on her Twitch, and she would always ask what missions we liked and why I missed those. But when she asked a follow-up as to why, no one had a proper answer. Interesting. I mean, for me, when it comes to it, it's just the fact that all you're doing is just defending the enemies and not much else. Like, if, I'm trying to think. If there were ways of speeding up the way enemies move without having to take a frame with you, like Wisp or Volt, or if there was, like, an actual mini-boss associated with the mission, I would be more inclined to play it more, I feel. I just don't like it, or because it sucks. I mean, even I did it, and by the time I got to typing, I was just flooded in cleanse. It's just slow. Yeah, that's like my problem with it. It's like, here's the thing. I don't hate slow missions by any means, but there's a difference between slow in a thematic sense and slow by deliberate design kind of sense. And that's my problem with the mission. It's deliberately trying to be slow rather than something that gradually builds to something good. It's part of why I like Alchemy so much, because even though it's a slow mission and it's somewhat slow by design, it's just enjoyable that way because there's stuff that I'm doing while it's being slow. Make the game more... I would love for some game mode to be something like mission where squads get split up into 2 and 2. Pair 1 has to defend the defense target, pair 2 has to do disruption to help them, and they switch around. That'd be pretty cool, B. I like that idea. That's technically, what you're technically describing actually is Void Cascade. Which is really funny, but, other modes like Cascade would be really neat. I really would like them to bring back Alchemy, though. Like, that's my favorite mission. A game where you can cover a lot of ground and do multiple activities, playing Babysitter sucks. Yeah, agreed. Armageddon and Alchemy has a slow build-up at the mission. Yeah, Julio, that's why I like those two a lot, actually. Like, Armageddon in particular, I think is crazy underrated if you have a good squad with you. Like, if you have a good squad, honestly, I think it's one of the top 5 most fun missions in the game, if you have a good team. Void Cascade? Yeah, basically. And, like, Void Cascade is one of those missions where, like, I personally just don't like it that much. Like, not out of, like, spite or anything, it's just mainly because I don't really like the way the mission's designed, at least for me, because I find it too fast-paced for my liking. Cross-exterminate, alerts, and then I do have the Archon Hunt. Yeah, why not go public? Switch to the high duration build. Or, I wonder if I should level up a bit first, actually. Was this level 2? It is. I just don't like the operator system. I mean, that's fair, Emerald, but like the operator system is meant to be the other half of your frame, so not abusing what the operator does hold you back significantly. Let's do this, why not? Oh, I need... Fuck, I can't use this specific limbo, I have to switch to a different one, god damn it. Oh well. Let's switch to this one. I have here. Alright, let's do this. Let's do Rift Torrent. Energy Siphon, Holster Ramp, Rifle Scavenger, Aerodynamic. There it is. Well, like they are in separate tile sets, kind of, and maybe have to unlock portals after a few rounds to go on. They would encourage more thinking, making loadouts. I could see that, B, but at the same time, that also kind of sounds like Scarlet Spear in a sense. And the problem with that, at the very least, was that it just had so many bugs from what I was able to find on that event. Like, the bugs in that were absolutely insane. Or, oh wait, what's the mod? There it is. Need that. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the concept, but I just feel like there's just way too many problems that could come from that. At least for what has happened in the past. Unless the E can fix it, obviously, in which case that's a different story. And where is more augmented? There it is. It's slow and jank. Also, another reason I don't like Defection is that the success of the mission depends on the AI, things like pathfinding. Yeah, PP, I agree. Let me actually skip these ones. Put on that one. There we go. With war, water, and shit, my bed. The operating system lets you infinitely revive yourself with a Magus Melon and a good amp, which is just one aspect of how it expands the way the game is played. And it's... Yeah, serious. I also feel like it's also limited in this sense, because, like, here's the way I look at it with the operating system. I love the system, and I like the idea of it being the second half of your Warframe, in a sense. Like, you use your operator to make up for certain aspects that your frame is currently lacking. The problem is, especially when it comes to survivability, I just don't like how the operator, at least with Last Gasp, is pretty much mandated to run Magus Melt and something else for damage to make that ability work. Like, it feels, it just feels like a really roundabout way of trying to make it like your last line of defense. And although I like it, I kind of wish the other operator schools had better ways of making that work that isn't just, oh, hey, slap on Magus Melt. Everything else about the system, except for Xenuric, though, is really good. Like, Xenuric, in my opinion, though, is like the black sheep of the whole school system. I really hope they overhaul it in the next update. Because, quite frankly, that thing is ass. Like, really ass. See, I do miss raids from Destiny. That's the one aspect I miss. That's fair. I've only played one raid with my brother, and I thought it was kind of cool. Right, I see what you mean. But I can appreciate the variety. It is at least a breath of fresh air in a sense. That is what I really like about Warframe, though, because, like, the way... Because I always feel like people are wrong for calling Warframe, like, a hallway sim slash, what's it called, a horde shooter. Because at the end of the day, because this is why I keep talking about my videos, it is a sandbox at the end of the day. You can play that way, or you could play a completely different way. Which is the other reason why I don't really like a whole lot of the content we've been getting lately from Warframe, at least in terms of being hyper-aggressive, kill enemies, move on kind of systems. Because it just feels like they're only playing into what's the most popular thing instead of trying to expand like they've done before. That's why I especially hated how we got 2 fucking exterminates in 1999. Like, you could have easily used that in the other Techrot survival for a different mission. Where's my fell arcs? There it is. Gamma cord. And then I'm gonna switch off of this and go back to the cat. It's kind of weird how Xenuric even exists when Edge doesn't do what it does on roids. Yeah, I agree, Sirius. I mean, you could argue that you could swap it out, but even then, like, the abilities of Xenuric just don't work, is the problem. Like, they literally just don't work for what they're meant to do. I was in disagreement when I saw your video about the focus schools, since newer players don't have a lot of sources, until I realized Saha, Suskuro exists in Digimon. That and the fact that it's like, it's so easy to kill certain enemies these days that you're kind of drowning in energy after a certain point too. And we have so many ways of using mods to do that. I mean, literally, you get an equilibrium just by completing the Vor's prize quest. Like, that mod alone will get you through the game pretty easily. We copy that kid's sandcastle instead of making my own. Also, let me complain about the lack of castle variety, even though I chose to copy instead of making my own. Yeah, Julio, exactly. Exoria Survival's got double down. Yeah. Energy pads equals Xenuric, basically. But yeah, I really, really hope with the next update, and maybe even whatever the Shroom Frames mission is gonna be, they really look into improving their mission variety. Because if it's just gonna be, I swear to God, if in the old piece slash the what you would call it update with Tau, if it's only survivals and exterminates, then I'm probably not gonna play that content anymore.
Still working on it.
Because that is just going to be so unbelievably boring, it's not even funny. The mod with Necros was such a quality of life for me, for quite a bit. Same, yeah. Because if that is what happens in the update, then something tells me something's wrong with the development team, or like with their financials or something, because it's like, if they're trying to appeal only to what's most popular, then something tells me something's up.
We are finished here. Move on. Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend.
The energy stuff in itself balancing is all over the place. I mean, equilibrium and Senti construct will give you thousands of energy in the time Energize is on cooldown. Which is another thing. I think Energize, and I might do a video on this after the new test spec comes out, I think Energize is unironically the greatest scam in Warframe history. Like, even back when it released, I think it was a scam. Because it's like, I'm just like, why? There's so many other methods that work better than it, like even at the time when it came out.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Like better and lazier than it, too. That's the insane part. Minor annoyance, why can't I replay the Archon boss fight or any of the other missions where I fight in armor and sentience? That'd be nice. I mean, you technically can only do it, what is it, through replaying the quests, though, the new war. But yeah, D, if you're seeing this, please, please, please introduce new missions. Don't just give us 7 exterminates. Because if you do, I will make a video that tears into you. Just saying. I don't fucking care if it kicks me, it removes my chances of getting to your partner program or something if I ever was considered. I will criticize the fuck out of you.
I'm in tether. This will take
I get to just chill here. I guess it's just a knowledge issue amongst everyone. A lot of vets don't even know about the equilibrium interaction with deconstruct nourish. And like, if they are good at recycle missions, how about recycle some of the missions that only have 1 to 2 nodes currently? That's another thing too. I want them to bring back some of those missions. Like, I'm still surprised that we don't have spy missions again yet. Ooh, this is a good song. Ludwig Forcell is such a good artist.
Still working.
Did the OSC for MGS5, The Phantom Pain, and then went on to do Death Stranding 1 and 2. What a Chad. I will say though, on a side note, I am really interested to see how big Tau as an update is gonna be though, because my thought process is, because especially over the last couple of years, I've noticed that the amount of content we would get per update has been slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. So it makes me wonder if most of that got channeled towards Tau, because I would imagine Tau's been in the works for a really long time. That's a big point in Tribios' video I agree with, is that these newer missions actively punish you for using crowd control. Not entirely Emerald Wolfo. Like, I disagree somewhat. There are some missions that do incentivize you. Somewhat. I feel like the problem is that it's less so they punish you for using crowd control, but they more so de-incentivize you to use it within those missions. Mainly because you're so fast-paced that you can't really take advantage of the crowd control, would be the best way of putting it. Let me become more present now. I can't see through the pain. A holograph of my past. We also thought about that with Tiberi and the New War. They could probably make the content updates bigger and of better quality if they did them every 2 years or longer, but since it's a live service game, that's going to be a problem for the Well, yeah, Sirius, and I don't blame them. Like, they do have to make sure that something comes out within the time frame that they set. And to be honest, I still think it's pretty big for what they've done so far. But I would imagine that they've said, at least, what's her name? Rebecca has said, that Tau is something that they've been working towards ever since the beginning of the game. So my imagination, at least with Tau, especially because it's a new star system, is that they've been building towards this for a while and have been slowly putting the pieces together to make it as big as it can be for its release. Because it's like, I would highly doubt that it wouldn't be very big if Rebecca herself has said that this is something that they've been building towards since the game started. So I'd imagine like most of the planning for Tau has been in the back end for how big it's going to be, and maybe, I don't know, within the past 2 years they've actually been putting the system together, most likely. Because like even Jade, the Warframe, the Jade update, Jade Shadows, that quest was actually supposed to release the year before, but then got halted to be released in 2024 instead. Because that was something that I think Pablo himself mentioned. It's either Pablo or Rebecca that mentioned that. I'm trying to think of who. Another star system, not just a planet? Yeah. Like, I would highly doubt that they would release just one world to explore in Tau. They're probably going to release at minimum 3, maybe 4. Like, it'd be really weird if they didn't. Defend the fucking thing, for fuck's sake. Kill the enemies before they get to you, bullshit. If that were the case, these guys wouldn't have lost them. Oh, I'm sure they're doing their best. That's another thing Endgame would help with. They have 2 teams within the company. One works on larger content updates, comes out like every few years, while the other works in the Endgame monthly. That could work, but I think another reason possibly why they haven't been doing it serious, and this is something that I didn't think about until now. The development team is already split into two halves right now. It's Soulframe devs, the team that Steve is heading, and then the current team that controls Warframe with Rebecca. My imagination is that they can't do that unless they hire more people, which is what I would like them to do. But for whatever reason, they don't seem to. Yeah, feeling pretty good. So, do you think Soulframe is going to flop? I'm not sure actually, because on the one hand, from what people have told me about Soulframe, it has potential right now is the thing. Because this isn't a case of like, how should I put it? This isn't like the Destiny devs with what's it called, marathon situation where like it's honestly a pretty shit game that just has the Bungie name on it and stolen assets kind of thing. It comes from a place of love and care. It's just that the game isn't there right now from what I understand. It's like not there yet. Why is the tower system fucked up? It's so strange. From my POV, Soulframe is fine, but they've been scooping content from the game for an upcoming rework, but the rework has been in dev for like 8 months now. Really? Okay, I didn't know about that part. I don't know, I guess it's just hard to say then, because I wouldn't say it's gonna flop, but I also don't think it's in the best state either, from my understanding. Yeah, the fucking screen's bugged, so I can't tell which one might get taken over or not. That's really annoying. Oh well. I'll have to stomach it. But I would say that's kind of my take on Soulframe. I think it's getting there. It just isn't there yet. Is the problem. Which then again, it's not officially released yet, so can't really complain. It's still in beta or whatever it is, or alpha. can't do it. I think it would actually crush making a AAA RPG if they were to ever go that route. They probably could. I would imagine they could. I mean, that's technically what Soulframe is, I think. It's just that it's like, it's just not there yet. God damn, I just love how I can snipe through the rift like this. It's so nice. I'm gonna really quickly open up my software. I want to actually check my PC thermals real quick because I recently installed new fans on this thing. Looks pretty solid. Yeah, CPU/GPU performance seems to be pretty good. I was thinking like not live service has a price attached to it and whatnot. Oh, like that? I mean, probably. I mean, they used to do that a long time ago until they did Warframe. So they probably could, I would imagine. We'll wrap up this, I think, and then I'm probably going to be done for tonight, to be honest. My two anticipated sci-fi games right now is The Expanse. Yes! The Expanse game! So fucking excited for that. Holy fuck. Remember seeing that first trailer and I actually kind of pissed myself because I fucking love The Expanse so much. Best science fiction television show ever created, in my opinion. And I've only read book 1, I believe, of the actual series that the game is based on. It's by Alka, and well, they made Rogue Trader. Yeah, Cirrus. I'm excited to see what they do. I'm even thinking if I get the money together, buying the collector's edition, because the ship looks so fucking nice. Oh fuck, I got a Dante with me. My opinion has Masterpiece written all over it if they do it right. I hope they get it right. I doubt they'll screw it up, but it's like, it looks so good already. And we've only gotten one fucking trailer for it. Oh my god, people, get over here. What makes me excited is since it's by Hellcat, there will like be so much player agency and freedom of choice. I'm sure character creation alone will change how the game is played by a lot. I would imagine. I mean, with the OPA and and everything, can make a huge difference in how your playthrough goes, depending on which faction you align with. Probably restrict which worlds you can go to as well. Honestly, what would make it really cool is if we got to meet James Holden and the Rocinante crew in that game. That would go so hard. That way I could say, remember the Kent. Might be some copyright issues, but not sure. I doubt, because I would imagine that the developers have the IP for the game, so I highly doubt that, or they have access to the IP, rather, to make the game, otherwise they wouldn't be making it. Would be cool as hell, though. Yeah. Okay, I can close this window then. Who the... Oh, what? Why is the fucking Andor show song playing? What the fuck? Well, that means the stream's probably copyrighted, so that's fun. Let's play some Death Stranding music for the rest of this then. I don't know why YouTube Music sometimes does this. It will sometimes randomly play music that isn't in my OSC thing, even though I have like hundreds of other songs that I could use. It's so strange. Don't know if it's a time thing or what. Oh, yeah, that means this stream's probably copyrighted now. Fuck. Oh well. I'm considering, actually, for those who are still on the stream, would you guys be chill if I just made it so that, whenever I stream, I could just use whatever music I like, even if it's copyrighted, and then afterwards I just delete the stream, though I don't have to worry about fucking copyright takedown bullshit. Hey, finally got time to come and say hi. Hello, Anima. How you doing? You can grab that. Fine by me. Problem probably is that your streams might get age restricted, such blocked in other countries. Probably Julio, but that's the whole thing. It would be like, probably have to figure out which songs are like that in other countries or not. And then, maybe just not play those songs. That way people from those countries can join. Which I still think is fucking stupid. Like, why does fucking censorship and age restriction even have to exist these days? It's such a fucking stupid thing. Especially when it comes to music. Like, a Depeche Mode song gets my stream banned or blocked in a country like Dubai or something, but then a song about, like, having sex or killing somebody doesn't... Like, what's the logic there? Seriously. Close that. I'm trying to think if there was any other thing I need to do. I don't want to do sortie. There's Kula. I'm trying to think if there's something I wanted to try. Alright, funny habit. I gotta go and eat some greasy pizza and crash on the bed. Have a lovely rest of your stream. Alright, PP, see ya, man. But even then, I think I'm gonna be done here, actually, so I'm gonna stay right here. Yeah, there goes the music. Alright, well, everybody, thank you for stopping by. It was a pleasure streaming with y'all for about 3 hours? Damn. Almost 3 hours. I am energetic now, so I'm gonna get back to working on the video, which, for context, most of the footage is done already. Have a good one, good night. See you, Julio. See you, Cosmic. Most of the footage is done being recorded. I still gotta get one more bit of footage, and that's done. The script is done as well. I'm probably gonna post a sneak peek for those on the Patreon later on today or tomorrow, actually. But I still gotta voice the script, so that's not done yet. And then just gotta go with editing. I hope to have it out hopefully by Tuesday, since it's not crazy long. It's probably gonna be at most like 12-13 minutes. And with that, I'll see you guys all later. Have an amazing day. Or night, rather, in this case.